Well, I won't speak to that. I think at this point that's for other people to speak to. We think the arena is something that if people in the city of Edmonton would like to have and develop, that it's important. I certainly think that it can matter an awful lot to the city, but the position of our provincial government has always been and will continue to be, as it has been mine for over 2 years, that if the community does decide that this is a priority for them, then we have made funds available through the Municipal Sustainability Initiative where local decision makers can choose to spend the funds in that way.
How much of a concern do you have, though, as the potential for this falling apart?
Well, it's not for me to speak to that. I know that there are people that are concerned about that, and we're certainly on record, as are many of our Edmonton MLAs, for saying that we think that this is a project that could well enhance parts of the city. And that argument has certainly been made to us by many people who are actually the decision makers in the city of Edmonton. So from our perspective, we understand the circumstances, but simply because there may be speculation about that doesn't mean that we're going to change the position that we've taken. As a provincial government, we provide infrastructure funding to communities across the province, and we very clearly say to them that they are entitled to spend that money on their community priorities. So truly still, it is the same position that we've had since the very first time that I was asked about this, and it's very consistent with what we've always said, which is that if there is MSI money available and communities decide to spend it on their priorities, then we certainly understand that. I don't have to step away.
Yes, city council still keeps coming back expecting you to pull me up.
Yeah.
This is always
well, no. I mean, I think as provincial ministers and as premier, as cabinet, as government, we know that very often that the provincial government is asked to step in different ways to support initiatives. One of the things that we think is important as a provincial government is to set priorities, to be very clear about what those priorities are, to ensure that we're consistent with respect to our approach, and that we don't change rules in mid-game.
On that front, I was speaking to one of the councillors on Friday, I believe it was, and said that he thinks there are expenses, the messages that you're giving right now, and the messages that he says the mayor can get behind closed doors are completely different things.
Well, I can't speak to what anyone may or may not have heard or interpreted. The position of our government has been very clear that we believe that MSI are the appropriate dollars to be used, that we provide MSI, and that any community across the province can use those MSI dollars in order to meet community priorities, whatever they decide that they will be.